questions. But I'd love you to see my documentary on Amazon called Stallone, Frank That Is. And you can follow me on Instagram at frank.stallone and keep up. It will let you know what's going on as far as concerts and movies and things like that. And I think everyone should show gratitude and praise and be happy for what you have and what you're going to have in life.
Amazing. Thank you all for tuning in. I absolutely appreciate it. Don't forget to like, follow, ring the bell, comment, and do all that stuff. Become a member. Help us by becoming a member of the fatherstate.tv, right there on YouTube, or go to locals.com, all right? And check out the coffee, amazing coffee, JesseLeePeterson.shop, all right? And I do appreciate it. If you'd like to see some more amazing guests on this show, contact my producer, the Father State producer at thefatherstate.tv. I do appreciate it, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you, man. That was amazing.
Jeffrey, have you ever had people get like upset because you're like pressing my question and they get all flustered and stuff?
Yeah.
Ready to connect. Click connect to show now.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. How you doing, everybody? Welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Kicking it back, relaxing in the lab. We got plenty to get into, honestly. All this drama. Is it really over? I don't even understand people lamenting. What is there to lament? Let the dead, whatever. Kick the dust off your feet. Mix and match verses. Welcome, everybody. How you doing, Kevin, Mr. Pink, Pinocchio, John Frederick? How you doing, him Diddy?
Someone who's middle class. And I think that a man who would give me a miserable life, what? They should just be moved to the middle of the Gobi Desert and shot.
How you doing, everybody? Little interlude. Eric, welcome. Chase. How you doing, Skip, Albert? Tar Baby Yoda. Kevin, how you know my name? How you doing, Harmony? Welcome, Joshua. Appreciate you being here, nothing. Jesse Lee Peterson over on Rumble. Appreciate everybody being here. We're just kicking it back, letting people roll in. Taking it easy on a Friday. We're going to be getting into a number of things. Taking your calls, your super chats, your coffees. buymeacoffee.com/anchorbaby. Welcome, LARPing for Cash. Happy Friday, everybody.
Up there. Give props to the old school. Got a little fat old school joint right here, crystal clear. Check it out, got flavor.
Welcome, intro. Welcome. You hear about this New York City mayoral campaign? Incredible. So it's D-Day, huh? This anniversary, as they say. That's not a nice thing to say, no? Anniversary? Well, I guess it could be a celebration. It was a victory, right? D-Day. I guess that should be celebrated. June 6, 1944. 81 years. How has the world changed? Did they know? Some 7,000 vessels involved in the D-Day landings now crowd the English Channel. Pilots look down in awe as they glimpse a vast armada through the gaps in the clouds. It's a lot of iron. It's a lot of steel. Bet you'd make a pretty penny scrapping it. Was this what it was all for? A British school, reportedly. Britain. Welcome to a British school where you have to wear a hijab. You don't have to. Not yet. Is this too dramatic? Maybe a little bit. Maybe this particular picture is too dramatic. Oh, it's a particular school. This individual may not feel how we're feeling. This white man here. Who is he even? They say this is a British school. Maybe we're projecting, maybe. Did they know that Britain would end up like this? Maybe we're projecting. Maybe it's an exaggeration on this particular picture. Maybe. Is it ever too dramatic when facing extinction? Or is that the drama? I don't know. I guess ask the British people. I don't know. I just know about not overreacting, about anger. About how evil that all is, but people want their country back, you know. Has this ever happened ever? It's an enclave, okay? This is normal. Right? This is normal? What the? France? But we have riots here, right? The riots would happen without them. I just don't know. I kind of know. See, I kind of know a few things. The tribes of people, the weakness of the heart, how people operate, the folly of what they thought or fooled themselves into believing, the folly of thinking that that was the war to end all wars. There will be no more conflict. We're all the same. Isn't that what they said? Isn't that what they went there for D-Day? Isn't that what they told them? This was the war to end all wars. I think they said that twice. That's the really sad story. If I'm getting my history correct, they told them twice. They said to the world, this is the war to end all wars, and then it didn't work. They're like, one more time, guys. This time for real. We must end hate, or so they thought.
Police ultimately arrested and will ultimately charge in this crime. A bit of a question at this time, but that's just what we've seen so far. As far as the investigation itself, we're still trying to verify and confirm some video, but but it appears to show
Exactly, Paint Slanger, 86. Never seen that name. Appreciate you being here. Poor Nicker. They called the war to end all wars World War One. Exactly. And they got them to buy in again. Like, no, this time for real. So all nations can be sovereign. So what did he say? The right of determination of all nations. Even if you have a multicultural society, let them all determine. That's gonna work. And I grew up in this world, right? I believe it, in a sense. Call me a liberal, call me a globalist, but I believe we can shed the ways of old, create a different society. Maybe I'm a utopian weirdo. But forcing it is strange. And it's been 81 years since D-Day. Check this out. Let me show you something. While I pull that up, just so you know, I will be taking calls. 844-900-2229 if you want to be part of the conversation, something on your mind. I'm jumping into the Discord chat as well. So if you see me in the lobby one at a time, jump in with something to say. Say hello to the chat. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hey Nick, how are you? I'm so disappointed, really. But today's been a great, lately, just this breakdown of Elon and Trump has been really disappointing to see.
Oh, apologies. I was muted for the stream. I was saying hello to Zit here. He's here talking to us. Welcome. He's a little disappointed. Tell us about it, man. What's disappointing you about the Elon Musk rift, the split?
Well, for one, that Elon is being like really showing a lack of business sense, a lack of partnership sense, in that he's claiming that, you know, that Trump is whatever, but, you know, he's just showing a childishness to himself, and it's exposing himself, because you were partners with Trump, you were there in the office hanging out with Trump with no problem, your kid was hanging around him, but now you have no concept of your own image, how you look like. And I wish that he would just wait and see, because Trump is actually bearing spiritual fruit, which maybe some people don't. That's all I care about. Elon has more fruit that is like, yeah, okay, so not spiritual, you know.
Well puts it. Well puts it. I think that's well put and simple. That's kind of how I was
And it's
seeing
not,
it.
it's not, yeah, go ahead.
No, please say what you're
I didn't mean to
saying.
interrupt.
No.
Yeah, it's not like that is in line with our nation's values anyway. So, okay, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm saying I think you put it in a very simple way, and I love it because that's essentially the instinct I had too on it. It seems wrong, and I really was giving him a lot of I gave him a lot of the benefit of the doubt, and in many ways I still do, that I believe Elon and that he thinks it's about the bill, and he really, like I was saying yesterday, that he cares about the budget, and so I was giving him. That's how I was taking it, and even with that, I couldn't quite square it in my mind. This is just wrong strategically, and then it's amazing. What do you think about Trump calling it that? Elon would turn.
I don't know what he's responded yet.
Well,
I don't know his response yet.
Oh, you haven't heard? Okay, so at one point, Trump, so it started coming out that Elon was against it, and Trump came out and said like, that he was asked about it, and he basically predicted that Elon would go personal. He said, we had a great relationship. I'm a little surprised, and he hasn't gone personal yet, but I predict that's coming next. And so, what do you think about that? He totally predicted him coming at him personally. He comes out later with the Epstein
talking
stuff.
about him saying, yeah. I think I've seen something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, maybe Elon's on drugs or something, or
He's a bit of an unstable guy.
there's-
I get the similar impression. I don't know what is going on.
yeah. And I did see like a video of Elon like at the White House, kind of acting like he was like a autistic or something.
Bit of a spurg, as they say on the internet. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so
I
he
see
got-
similar
yeah.
things. What do you think about Trump predicting that he would turn on him and go personal?
Yeah, didn't he say he was wearing thin? Like kind of wearing thin?
I think it speaks
Trump
to what you were
kinda-
saying about Trump's character and the spirit, the fruits of the spirit that he's showing. That he knew that this would turn personal because he knows how instability, how anger works, how that works
He's
inside of people.
Been in partnerships a lot. He's been in
Yeah.
a lot of partnerships and business.
Totally.
I'm sure Trump has one point been inexperienced in business partnerships. Like Elon's probably inexperienced, which is funny because he's the richest man in the world.
It's a thing about emotion, it's a good heuristic in a sense. Like it really divides the weak from the strong. That's the real heuristic point there. It's like, can you control? What's your relationship with
Wait,
your
say that word?
emotions? A heuristic, a method of judging something.
Okay, see. Whenever you bring up these like big words,
Put
I
it
go
like
on the
this, put it-
Discord,
put-
I put the word and I give the definition.
Put it like this: a good method of, you think to yourself, what divides the weak from the strong? Here's a good example. What's your relationship with your emotions? You can have money, you can be very experienced with business, like you're saying, and all these things. But here we're seeing where it matters:
Mhm.
this character, this spirit, and this stuff.
Yeah, and some people in the Discord's been saying that Trump's not a Christian. What do you think about that?
That's an old one, honestly, and people have been saying that for a while. It's honestly, it's an interesting one because that's honestly a baseline kind of Christian thing I've seen in the politics world, anyways. You're a Christian, you're not a Christian, so that's already kind of been a fight. And then with Trump being around, that's something they've been saying about him from the beginning because he has publicly expressed and shown. I mean, he said he's a Christian. He loves the Bible. He makes these public comments about it. So you get all these judgmental Christians that actually come out and judge him about it. And they're really, what's really the difference between them and him? I mean, they know these scriptures. They know it's really showing it's really shown over the years how shallow Christianity has been in America and why it has not worked, why it does not work. You know, you say, what has not worked? You know, just be a
Nick.
Christian. It's because of that.
Okay,
They're
Nick.
weak.
So going on
They're
that,
weak and judgmental, like Jesus told them not to be.
So you, okay, yeah, weak and judgmental, but have you been in your own personal life, and don't answer, you know, it's whatever, but
Thank you.
if it's too personal, but have you had like born fruit that is just between you and Jesus? Like, don't answer if it's too personal, but just
What do you
between
mean by
you and Jesus.
What is that? I don't understand your question. What do you mean by born fruit between me and Jesus?
Have you taken like things that in your personal life that you have given up and like tried new things that you've never tried before, that like you like find that you kind of in your soul is like, okay, this is something that I can get with. I can dig it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think if I'm understanding what you're saying, I think I have been used to a certain way of living and certain things and hold on to them. But then Jesus or whatever you're getting at has shown me, I think, a new way. I think I can't answer your question if that's what you're saying. I mean, consider anxiety, going with shyness and anxiety. And I've never really been that shy, but how do I put this? Maybe people wouldn't see me as shy, but see, shyness is not the word. Sorry. Let me instead of going with
what I was saying.
Allow me to just finish, and maybe you'll correct me if I'm not answering your question. But put it like this: I instead of going with anxiety and going with fear in certain situations, I've seen a different way. I was shown a different way in a sense. I mean, I saw that you don't have to go down that path. I mean, that's one example in my mind.
I mean, me too.
You don't have to go with that feeling, with that thought. I mean, so that's one little thing that showed me a different way of living. Is that answer your question, or what were you getting at?
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, you nailed it on the head. That, you know, some things that I was like thinking about, or like I was used to, I kind of outgrew. And so like I kind of outgrew it, and I grew into something else. I grew into something new. And like, the way I'm thinking about it is that I don't want you or anybody to live the same way that they live every day and they're used to, and then never grow into something new to where you don't change your whole life, and you know, you're just alone because you're not bearing any spiritual fruit, because life is not in the abundance of possessions. That's out of the Bible, but it's true. And you know, I'm sorry, but Elon has like wants to take us into space and wants us to go like follow, like he's gonna lead the charge into space in like a devil armor and take us into like doom portals and stuff. So
he's quite clear with what he wants, you know. Doom portals, I like that. Yeah, he's gonna find someone's gonna find the doom portal in space. It's Elon. But you know, what was I gonna say? You know, he says himself what his priorities are, what he finds the most important, and for example, he says raising the GDP is of the utmost importance. You know, and you know, you can gather a number of reasons why he sees that important. I mean, sure, economics, making the country work, but other things. I mean, he has big plans for going to Mars and all that. So I heard someone make this summary of Trump's presidency just yesterday. I thought was really good in context with the Elon thing and this argument of, well, Elon just wants a small government, right, to cut the pork. Where are the Republicans on this? And, you know, someone summarized Trump and from the outset, and someone could correct me here maybe, but it seemed the way that he described it is just that from the outset, Trump was never a, you know, being a fiscal conservative was low on his totem pole. I mean, he's talking about building the wall, deportations. That's gonna require, major government spending. So I mean, it doesn't sound like Trump really is that. He really does want to use the power of the state and to do what he's doing now to save the country. That's what I think. And so it's a matter of priorities. And Elon, I think, you'll see. I'll show you guys later. The response online it's interesting to see everybody say, even liberals. Okay, we somewhat liberals, quasi liberals say we care more about this border stuff than what Elon wants to do with tech. But yeah,
so
anything else on this?
well, I mean, we covered some ground, but there's more ground to cover. But I think we got to move forward. But I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
hope you
I'll
have a
probably
great
be
day.
on this topic for a bit. I got a couple things to show. Appreciate your call and call me again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll cover it. We'll try to cover it next time,
Thank you, sir.
if there is a next time. Bye.
But take care, Zit.
Take care.
Zit. Kind of like neat. We got N. We got N in the chat.
Nick,
How you doing, sir? Who am I speaking with?
it's Greg from New York.
Welcome, Greg. How you doing?
All right.
What's on your mind? How you doing?
Doing good. I went to Canada for the first time ever.
Oh, nice. When'd you go?
I went there 3 or 4 times. I was traveling to and from Michigan. So I did stop at one food place, but it was the first time I ever left the country.
And this was recent.
Yeah, it was last weekend and then the weekend before that.
And where'd you go in Canada?
So started at Niagara Falls. I stopped there and I walked into a Walmart and barely anybody spoke English. There were things in different languages. I've never seen anything like it.
Where? So wait, you crossed the border in Niagara Falls, so you were at Niagara Falls, the Canada side. Is that as
Correct,
far
and
as you
then
went?
No, I went through the whole thing because I had to go through the whole thing to get to Michigan from
gotcha.
New York.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean that whole area, you'll find a lot of tourists, but if you go, and this was like this just a few years ago, so I wonder how it is now. If you go now, it's always been just touristy and all that, but you'll just notice that the tourists are very brown. Just a lot of Indians. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Because you were around Niagara Falls.
No,
I mean,
I
that's.
was talking about. I think it was French or something.
You said where?
I think it was French. I think they were speaking French.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you were in. Okay, you were in Montreal. Yeah, of course you would have to go through Montreal.
Yeah, I was somewhere near there, I believe. It was just weird, but luckily the Walmart employee spoke English.
Yeah, that's cool. Wait, let's see. I'm trying to pull it up because I've done this drive, and I think you do go through Montreal, but you don't have to. I don't think. That's right. Yeah, if you go if you go to New York. Yeah. So you didn't go through Ontario at all. I mean, wait, go like Michigan to New York.
Like I said,
right?
I've never been there, so forgive me if I'm
No,
not
no worries,
familiar
no worries.
here.
No worries at all. So yeah, the
But,
French
I'll
Canadians,
tell
they're
you what.
cool, but they don't like the English. They'll speak English sometimes. So it depends where you are, but if they'll even be able to speak English. They'll look at you. You'll be like, sorry, I'm trying to find something like, n'entends pas. No, I'm sorry, I don't speak English. But they'll speak English. They just don't like speaking in English. They're stuck up in a sense, but that's just like that's just like a stereotype.
Yeah.
Well,
So this Discord's pretty awesome.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, you check out the
Yeah,
JLP Doom mod.
Are you playing that right now?
No, but we played it the other
Or
week.
that was in the Discord.
It's in the Discord.
It was
Anybody
in the
can
Discord.
download it.
I did see it.
Anybody who wants to play it.
I did see it.
Yeah. Right on, man.
I was gonna. I called into JLP show today, and I was gonna mention this Discord, but the Lord spared this Discord, I guess, because I forgot.
Trying to shout it. That's cool. Appreciate trying to shout it out. Yeah. We gotta maybe utilize the JLP airtime more. Bogart
Yes,
JLP's time. I'm sure if I asked,
And then
he would let me.
I heard he was saying something like he wants to do JLP plays again. Did I hear that right? I heard it from someone else.
Yep. Big time. I
Maybe
mean, I'm honestly
maybe Discord should be involved.
for sure. I mean, it's got to be. Yeah, I want to go on like a hiatus almost, honestly, of my daily show, so I could just go hardcore and finish this, the flight, the little side studio I want, so that we could do all of our fun VR, JLP plays, music, all that, and I almost want, I almost want to go on like a sort of hiatus, right, and get that done, hunker down. But anyways,
Yeah, I seen the setup last time. It was interesting. But you're talking about bigger and better.
right. I mean, I'm kind of in it right now, but look, I have no camera. Nobody can see me. We got to set it up. Right on, sir. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's about it.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you
Keep
being
coming to the
part
Discord,
of the thing.
though. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Fridays.
coming
That's
back.
going to be we're going to bring it back.
Yes, sir.
Aye. Carry on.
See you later.
Elon Musk. Where was I? There's an Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip, actually, that fits the situation, if I can pull this up somewhere. There just so happens to be, interestingly enough, there just so happens to be a clip. Is there always an Always Sunny clip for everything?
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They got, okay. They got that guy. Who's this? I forget that comedian. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Can you hear me now?
Free ads,
You guys can help me
Verizon.
with
You're
my-
welcome. I'm sure the check's in the mail. There's an Always Sunny clip about this.
You guys can help me with my thing. We got to shred a bunch of documents.
What? What are you talking about, man?
Well, the thing of it is, it may or may not have been the official beverage supplier of Jeffrey Epstein.
What? Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, but before you judge me, know this. Yes, I was on the sex island, but only for the snorkeling. I didn't know anything about the kid stuff. No, look, 95% of what went on down there was not pedophilia.
Oh, yeah?
No, the other 5%, that sullied the whole operation.
Yeah, it sure did, Frank. Yeah.
Well, it ain't just me. You guys' names are on those documents too, remember?
What? Still?
God damn it!
Son of a
Frank,
bitch.
No, I don't have time for this.
Well, come on and be quick. It's only a couple boxes.
Ah, shit.
The Epstein files. Who's on the list? Somebody. It was partying, okay? They all partied. That stuff is so, I see the people with the back and forth on this a little, and it's interesting. I mean, right? The claim is like, okay, Elon comes out and he says, "Oh, your bombshell, Trump, is in the Epstein files, and that's why they're not releasing them." He's like, bombshell, right? That was the big nasty strike, the nasty shot across the bow that Trump predicted He literally is always right. He comes out with this nasty. You know, Zit was bringing up an interesting relationship here. He really was talking about this. It doesn't make sense, right? It's not business savvy. He was smiling the day before. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know, to expand on that, before any conspiracy or conjecture. I mean, a lot of what I'm saying is conjecture. Maybe a lot of what I say is conjecture. Okay, as a disclaimer, the things I say and the things that people say, my callers and the people on my show and all that necessarily reflect what Bond and what Jesse thinks. Okay, just saying. But just what was I? Friggin', you know, to expand on that, even Jesse, he was thinking this doesn't make sense. Jesse was thinking, call him a conspiratorial whack job. But he said, I don't know. He's thinking this is a joke. He's thinking they're working together somehow. And although I don't quite believe that, I share in his instinct here, which is always on the money, kind of like Trump, that it doesn't make sense. This is more than it seems. Okay, so on the instinct, I mean, let's go. On the details, on the flavor here, I say, like I was saying yesterday, I mean, I think I see that's my impression of Elon. He cares about this budget, but he also, you know what, he is like a kind of wise as a serpent type person, willing to say, yeah, I'm here for the budget, but we know what we're really doing. We got to get this through because we got a bigger plan. The budget comes down. I see him as that kind of person, willing to be creative in that way. So it just, you know, that's my impression of him. And so it seems, it in my mind, it doesn't square either. So what could be the real reason? Not sure, but we're getting to, where was I? He comes out with this Epstein thing, right? And so, what was I saying? I'm seeing the back and forth on this. Essentially, people are coming out saying, okay, well, what does this say about Elon? You're saying you would have held the Epstein. So you're saying if you got what you wanted, if we're to believe what you're saying, everything face value, if you had gotten what you wanted, if you got the budget cuts and everything was A-okay, however, blah, 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 squared with Trump, if things didn't go the way they did, as you say, were you then willing? You were telling me you knew he was this Epstein guy. And it's like, what? Okay, Epstein guy. But you were willing to hide it then? What are you trying to say? And so that was some of the back and forth I saw. And that was interesting, you know. It's like, wow, yeah, point for Trump. Okay, he's not the Epstein guy. I saw more, you know, back and forth, and it was like quite interesting, if I may, about this lawyer who had represented a bunch of women that were coming out on this Epstein thing, and I'm telling you what I heard and sort of remember. You'll have to look into it. I'll tell you when it's accurate info right now. Just kind of what I remember. And these women, this lawyer that represented these women, this lawyer that represented Epstein, my apologies. In fact, he represented Epstein. I forget why it's so credible, but he ran Trump through like the ringer. It was like, I asked him like a bunch of questions. And in fact, I asked a whole bunch of people questions, and Trump was one of the only people that came to me, was willing and open, like, yeah, what do you need? Let's talk. I mean, what's this investigate? Blah, blah, blah. And I saw other discourse bringing up an interesting point about, well, if the Democrats had something on him, they would have brought it up a long time ago. It's like, fine. But it's like, how about let's turn the evil power structure upside down in one fell swoop with the words of Jesus. Well, okay, sorry, this would hit harder if I had some words for Jesus. But okay, but how about the general lesson of Jesus, huh? Like, what am I getting at? What am I getting at? Look. That was in the past. You can repent. you can repent. How about that, baby? So yeah, I mean, I get the discourse, the back and forth. You, in a sense, you could be above it by repenting. I'm not saying that you repent. I'm saying that Trump can repent. What's the point here? The point is, why are you judging? Right? You want to do the back and forth? Fine, but you're fighting other judges, trying to figure out should we judge or not. It's like okay, why would you go to that island? Why the F would you go to that island? I knew some Engas that went to that island. Why the F would you go to that island? But also, 95% of what happened on that island was not. Anyways, call it a hot take. But anyways, Elon, you know what's this about? To add to the strange thing on this whole to add to the this is strange mishtuka. This doesn't quite fit. Like this almost isn't even logical. Why is it that he comes out so hard? Where is it? Why is it that he comes out in support? These people start coming out saying that now Trump should be impeached and J.D. Vance should replace him, the vice president. But where was it? I must have saved the wrong link. Let's peruse Elon Musk's profile here for a moment, because it was surrounding. Here it is. Look, surrounding this discourse around JD and people impeaching Trump and the Epstein files. Elon comes out all gung-ho about it too. Like, yeah, heck yeah. Replace him with JD. Look, here he says yes to this viral post about replacing him with JD and impeaching him. Here he's going, doubling down, more stuff on Trump and Epstein. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane 7 times. Epstein likes to tell people he's a... I love this. Let's actually take a bite out of this for a moment. Elon tries to smear him, right? Put this thing out that it's a well-established relationship. He flew at least 7 times. And it's that's a factual statement. I mean, it's a well-established relationship that they party. You see the photos. There's photos of Elon and Musk. I mean, sorry, of Elon and Ghislaine Maxwell, by the way. And that wasn't an accident. There's all this. Let me not get into that. But the point is, besides the established relationship, you have this interesting quote actually from Trump about Epstein. If anything, you could see this a number of ways. You could see, wow, this is more proof he did have this relationship with Epstein. But look, consider the content. It's an interesting way to speak about a friend. He says here, Epstein likes to tell people that he's a loner, that a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and one whose nightlife is far from energetic. And yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. And this is a quote. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms up from a speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life. So when asked on comments about Epstein because he likes to hide this, Trump reveals it. He's like, no, he loves the party. Not only that, he likes them on the younger side, is something I heard. Yeah, that's how you talk about a friend. It's just an interesting thing if we could take a bite out of the content of the smear Elon here is having fun with, but that's Elon right now. So where was I? To finish this off. Hold on. Where were we with him here? I mean, that's pretty much it on the Epstein thing, what I was saying there. Oh, yeah, and so here he is. More of this JD glazing. I mean, are you against this administration? What's going on? I don't understand this, like, barbed political dividing move here. It's like strange. I mean, you can take this a number of ways, right? But I mean, look, this is how I take it. He's like, you know what? I'm millions of dollars in the Trump administration. We're gonna make AI amazing together. We're gonna make a golden age together. We're gonna doge it up. We're gonna do, boom. Actually, the bill's BS, and then goes hard against Trump. And then he comes out. It's like, yeah, you know what? Impeach Trump. Get him out of here. Put in JD. It's like, I thought you turned on Trump. You know, JD's his vice president, right? Call me simplistic person. Call me a simplistic person. But you know. And so I think to myself, it's like, I remember stuff similar like this not even that long ago. Remember? It was so weird. It was like they were trying to put a black bag over Trump, put him down somewhere. You know, while we were looking, we're like, wait, what's going on? What happened? And then they put up another person, and he's blonde, and he's got golden hair, and he's whatever. He looks kind of like Trump. And they're like, hey guys, like it's so freaky. I mean, they're like, Ron DeSantis, I'm telling you, this guy's like Trump, but not like Trump. Okay, he's the Trumpism, but without him. It's like, but we want Trump. I don't understand why you're doing this and pretending like we all want this. And it's like Trump without him, right? We hate him, right, guys? DeSantis and Nikki and I don't know. It's like, what the heck? Call it conjecture, fine. But here he is. JD's appearing on Theo Vaughn. He's just glazing JD. He's loving him. So, division and weirdness. But that's the Elon spat a bit. Someone said something so funny. If you remember, you know, I can't believe I forgot about this. I was talking about Elon yesterday. I was really giving him a lot of credit. I still do, in a sense, right? I mean, this is the type of person I am. I'll put it like this. I don't trust, and I do trust. It's like, and you know what? Harmony comes in with a super chat right as I'm about to speak. Perfect timing. Harmony Grit says, told you, Nit, it may be because of the EV mandate. Told hours after I supered that, Trump said the same thing. Elon on X. Oh, and for some food for thought, Trump has 3.5 years, but I'll be around for 40 years. This guy. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Harmony. And here's the thing. It really doesn't fit. I'd say it's put it like this, because you know, you might be right, the EVs and all that. But what I was getting at is I was giving him like a breath of leeway here. Okay, let's say it's the bill. I mean, I'm gonna say it is. That's what I was saying. I'm gonna say it's about this bill, about economics. What I was getting is I do remember reporting on this, but forgetting, in a sense, that there is a past behavior that points to his priorities. Remember the H-1B spat? This devolved on X. And this was even before the election. It was over the debate over H-1B visas. And it was a contentious issue because Trump started coming out saying he's going to staple green cards on the diplomas of these students coming in, and then to many it was a far from America first. And you know, for people, a lot of people that know, you know, for a lot of people, fixing the border immigration is about keeping these people out even legally, because it's just too much. It's just not working. Okay. And so when you can just staple these green cards on these H-1Bs, who's that benefiting? That's benefiting the Elon and those people. He came out, Elon, hardcore on X against all the MAGA, you know, supporters who were like, hey, I got questions about this, Trump. And they're like, hey, Elon's basically telling them, shut up. We're doing this. And you're going to love it. And and you can F yourself in the face. Remember he wrote that? So it was a funny discourse I saw lately. They're telling Elon, hey, they're telling Trump, hey, Trump, we're thinking it's time for a travel ban on India. And, you know, shout out to the Indians. You know, shout out to my viewers in India. Call me call me worried to lose my viewers in India. No. I'm tailoring my response. I'm tailoring my words for the Indians here. No, don't worry. I'm not doing that. But put it like this. Your India stock is getting lowered because of these people. You know. And that's kind of how it goes with all immigrants. This is kind of my thought about this too. It would all be kind of fine. You guys, if you guys don't, put it like this, if you stop with the clamoring and it's like, what about us? You guys will you won't get kicked out. So I'm saying this for all of us here, okay? Because I've said this before as kind of a joke, kind of true. When they put us on the trains out of here and they deport all of us here and they remove citizenships, even of anchor babies like me, because of all the clamoring, what about me? What about me? What about H-1B? What about us Indians? What about us? What about our stuff? When they put us on the trains, I'm going to be telling you guys, you guys could have had a sort of diverse culture and been cool if you weren't just so insolent. So where were we? That's it with Elon, I think. But they're telling Trump time to put India on a travel ban. You know, he did this travel ban recently, and you know, people are saying, look, India is with Elon, not with Trump. This is just one account. This post went viral, but come on, with India, not with Trump. After everything Trump has done for India? What has Trump done for India? Actually, I don't know. I heard, and I could be wrong, but I heard Trump. Let's actually peruse this, find if this is true. Cursory search, but let's try. That he ended something to do with nuclear, with the N-word and India. You know, those people, they want to fight. And I believe they have nukes. And at least according to Trump, and I believe him, AFP news agency reported a few weeks ago, Trump says he stopped a nuclear conflict between India and Pakistan. So on the question of what has he done for India, there you go.
On Saturday, my administration helped broker a full and immediate ceasefire, I think a permanent one, between India and Pakistan, ending a dangerous conflict of two nations with lots of nuclear weapons.
These people have nukes? You know, it's like, I have a radical, maybe, view of the world. It's time for the deproliferation. Is that possible? It's time for the deproliferation of nukes. Oh, look at this. I typed in deproliferation to see if it was a real word. First hit. This is the first hit on Google. Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. Deproliferation, an approach to preventing nuclear terrorism. And I don't know what this person wrote. I just looked this up. A sociologist named Amitai Etzioni. I don't know what kind of name that is. Is that Italian? Oh, Israeli. Is an Israeli American sociologist? That's interesting. Deproliferation of nuclear terror. I literally just found this. Okay, I typed in deproliferation. First article. An Israeli American sociologist. This is just so funny that this came up. It fell in my lap because I don't know how else to put this. I don't know what this person's going to say in this article. But for any liberals out there who want to deproliferate nuclear arms to avoid nuclear holocausts, because India and Pakistan and these people out there, these desert people, want to fight, you have to come up with an uncomfortable thing. Who does the deproliferation? I say Trump. I say Christendom. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what Amitai Etzioni thinks about deproliferation, but I wonder, you do have to, when broaching this topic, you eventually have to come up with this uncomfortable thing. Who does the deproliferation, right? I say Trump and his friends, right? I mean, now, whoever is turning on him, right? Tech world, Elon, bye-bye. But, right, Trump and the Jews, huh? Hand in hand, deproliferate the world. Christendom and Trump with the Jews by his side, right? To deproliferate the nuclear world. It's over. And sorry, I think we gotta have to do Israel too. But it's okay. You'll be still like holding hands with Trump and Christendom. And it's like the nukes are in your hands too, in a sense. Because like we're stopping the Muslims too, right? That's the whole thing too. That's another thing. They can live. I mean, let's not get. I mean, obviously, it's just there has to be the new walls of Jericho, the new global walls of Jericho that keeps the Muslim world over there, right? This is just like thinking out loud, top of the head stuff. Deproliferation. What an interesting word. I didn't know it would have so much behind it. And the top hit. Anyways,
and they were going at it hot and heavy, and it was seemingly not going to stop. And I'm very proud to let you know that the leadership of India and Pakistan was unwavering, powerful, but unwavering in both cases, and having these. They really were, from the standpoint of having the strength and the wisdom and fortitude to fully know and to understand the gravity of the situation. And we helped a lot. And we helped also with trade. I said, come on, we're going to do a lot of trade with you guys. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. If you stop it, we're doing trade. If you don't stop it, we're not going to do any trade. People have never really used trade the way I used it. That I can tell you. And all of a sudden they said, I think we're going to stop.
Exactly, Kevin Howe.
And they have. And they did it for a lot of...
No, but that's what I'm saying. Kevin Howe, did you not hear me? It's like, yeah, we could do it hand in hand, right? Because, it's a good thing. But we'll take the nukes out of that whole region, for the reason you're saying. But we'll still be a team. We'll still be a team. We'll still be friends. Keep the Muslim world where they should be, and just get rid of them all. Just take them all out. Put them all in, right? Because we're a team. And we want the same thing. So just give us the nukes, and then we're cool.
Reasons, but
Christopher, I don't know what you mean by biological warfare. Appreciate all the super chats, by the way. Thank you, everybody. Eli P. with a super chat says, thought space was real, then saw Indian moon landings. You were radicalized by the Indian moon landings? You don't believe Chandranurki 3? What was the name of it? Chandranurki 3? Chandrayaan 3? You don't believe Chandrayaan 3 went to space? This is a space-worthy vessel, sir. Eli P. Thank you, Harmony Grits, for the earlier super chat. Generous, appreciate it. Told you, Nit, it may be because of the EV mandate. Hours after you and Trump, Harmony, are on the same wavelength. It's kind of amazing. And that was a nasty comment from Elon. Oh, Trump's going to be there 3.5 years, but I'll be around 40 plus years. This is what I'm getting at. What kind of cryptic crap is that? Like, I'll be around for 40 years, meaning what? You'll be lobbying the government for 40 years? You're admitting we're not a soft. What is this? What are you saying, Elon? I'm going to be around for 40 years. This guy's only be around. We want him for 40 years, not you. We want him for 40 years, not you. Is that clear enough for you? Zit with a super chat says, Columbo would not take Elon at his word. Appreciate that, Zit. Another one here. Elon has named Trump in the Epstein roster. Do you believe it? I think that was from the other day. Incredible. You might be right about that too, Falconing. But the point is, we're a team. We're going to keep it safe, okay? You might be right about that, Falconing. How about this? radical third option. Now hear me out. Now hear me out. Everybody gets to the nukes. Huh? Wait. Hear me out. Because it's like, look at India and Pakistan. It's like, yeah. So radical third, because Falcon, we don't want their destruction. I mean, that's why they allegedly. I mean, I don't even know if they do. Allegedly, they have it for protection. I mean, that's why anybody wants it. So, radical third option. Everybody gets it. It's everybody. Everybody gets it. No, maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. So what's this about Bannon? Not Bannon. Barron Trump. Are you hearing this about Barron Trump? Barron is going beast mode. I believe we have footage. Of Barron Trump going beast mode on Elon Musk. They're saying this is threatening. I can't confirm any of these reports. But I believe we have footage. So, I'm hearing other things. I'm hearing, is this just, let me see, is this true? Let's find out. I heard some rumblings that Barron Trump had some choice words for Elon Musk. You remember this? The inauguration of Donald Trump. Let me show you a little bit of, people have their gifts, people have their strengths, and all that. And intelligence. Okay, high IQ, genius is just like one little thing. There's many things in the world. It's time to grow up. I had calls. Oh, by the way, call me back. Apologies, people trying to call me on my show here. 844-900-2229. People also, I'm also in the Discord. I didn't realize I had people trying to call me here on my line here. So appreciate that. 844-900-2229. Let's get to Elijah. How you doing, Elijah? Appreciate your call. You're on the air. You there? We got Elijah. Mic check. Can you hear me? Elijah. Let's see here.
Hello?
What's up, sir? Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, no, not again. This is terrible. It's a funny little thing with my calls. I'll have it working, and it's the weirdest thing. I don't quite understand why it is this way. Because it's a service I use. I'll start the show. I'll test the call. And then someone calls me and they can't hear me. It must be there must be a good reason. Some program is using my mic or taking it up or something. Elijah, can you hear me? Elijah, can you hear me? Are you there? Elijah. Darn. It's the strangest thing, folks. I'm sorry. We got Galahad, though. How you doing, Galahad? Appreciate your call. Hey, Galahad. Talk to me.
Sorry. Hey, brother. How's it going?
All is well, sir.
Hey, great. Happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday, man. How you doing?
Doing great. We made it to the end of the week, bro.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
What's
how's
on
it going? How's
No
how's
complaints here,
everything
man.
going
No
over
complaints. Mom,
You've been
perfect Friday, perfect week. What can I say? Nice to
Yeah.
hear from you, though, man.
Yeah, likewise, man. Always, always.
What's on your mind?
Nothing much. Just wanted to, say hi. Have you been checking the Discord?
Yeah, no, not in part, not anything. I mean, just kind of generally.
Bro, it was insane. This week has been amazing.
And what do you say? What makes you say that?
Everybody is like grabbing a new paradigm. It's like a paradigm shift. Everybody's like trying not to fight and just trying to be better Christians. Is that the word? You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's amazing.
In my Discord, that's amazing.
In your bro.
People trying to be better Christians in my. That's about time. That's amazing.
Right?
Maybe I should start too. No,
No,
but
that's
I'm
what I'm
messing around a
saying.
little bit. But that's what do you mean? If you can,
You should be joining us and stuff.
I should.
I know people would
Yeah.
appreciate.
I'm sure. You know what I've been seeing though. I've been seeing you guys rocking the movie nights, big time. I'm glad you guys are using the movie night chat and channels.
As well, yeah, we've seen like 5 movies this week or something, like at least one each night.
That's awesome.
Or a show. Yeah, bro.
I'll have to
Everybody
catch it on the
that's in
weekend.
the chat should.
Everybody, join up.
Yeah.
Discord. It's in the description. If you want to talk to the lovely people.
Yes, you're all welcome, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen.
Very cool. Thanks for the shout out of the Discord, man.
Sure, brother, for sure. I
What do you
believe
think-
we're doing great work. Yeah.
Thoughts on Elon Trump, man? Any thoughts? Got? Yo.
Yo.
Test. Elijah? Test. Elijah, can you hear me? Test.
Yeah, you hear me?
You can hear me right now.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing. How did that work? We made it work. I think I fixed it.
Amazing.
I think the
Keep
folks
me
at
out of
home.
it and get it.
Hey, Galahad, I lost you there for a moment. Elijah, appreciate that this works. Can you hold just one more minute and then I'm going to get right to you?
Yeah.
The calls work. Chat. Let's go. How you doing, Galahad? What were you saying?
Oh, Elon and Trump. I believe Trump. I believe that once Elon knew that he was not gonna get the subsidies from the government, and after destroying his company with joining the government, and then the government turned his back on him, in the sense of like he's not gonna get that money.
Mm.
He went insane, and he's been doing drugs, like too many drugs, bro. Like you can tell, he's been twitching, like in the Oval Office, all that stuff. Like, he
Man,
needs
it's
to get
just.
out.
What do you think about him? What do you think about Trump predicting he would turn on him personally?
Like, is it a PR move or what's your?
Well, when Trump he predicted he would turn on him personally, and he said, "I imagine the personal attacks are coming," and then he came out with Epstein.
Yeah, like I believe they disagreed like privately, and then like it started like coming out of like publicly. So he already knew that Musk was, but that it can also be like a joint effort to mislead the population and public perspective of it. No, man, I think there are other things shifting. I haven't checked, like really checked, But signing with China, it may include electric vehicles from China, since they do have like an overhead from that, and since they like closed the border with Europe regarding like the electric vehicles, it that could be a thing. Like they're negotiating, like, okay, we'll cut off Musk, and China comes in. Depending, right? Like nobody wants like actual chips, like Chinese chips or vehicles inside the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. I haven't checked. I need to like get back into that horse. Get back on that horse. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely a difference in character, man. It's just a cut from different cloth. Man, appreciate it, Galahad. Nice to hear from you, man.
Hey, God bless, bro. And shout out to Falconing. If he could please stop judging people and actually baptize, that would be amazing. So
No,
he
no,
can
no,
become
no.
like a fully.
No. No. I disavow.
Just joking, bro.
Attack.
Just joking,
Shoots
bro.
shot across the bows. Attacks. No. I don't know anything about this. I disavow. Bye, Galahad. Appreciate it.
I love you, Falconing. God bless you and God bless Aaron.
Take
You're
care,
both
Galahad.
brothers.
Bada bing. Okay, we got Elijah. How you doing, sir? Appreciate your call. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Elijah, how you doing, sir? You're on the air.
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I was gonna go in on the Elon versus Trump little, I guess I call it theater.
Yep. Please.
'Cause,
Speak freely.
it seems like all the world's a stage. They're all kind of coming towards the same end means, which is like complete like AI takeover technocracy, which is what Elon Musk, his grandpa, was pushing. His grandpa was kicked out of Canada for trying to create a technocracy and overthrow the government there.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you saying there?
Excuse me?
I'm not familiar with that. What are you saying there? Elon Musk's grandfather?
Oh, you can dig into it. I forgot the name of his grandfather, and then also his mother, May Musk, is like some evil witch. You could. look
She
up
is
pictures of her.
strange. But anyways.
He's like an autistic, like satanic child. You can see him wearing his Baphomet like costume. They like to play it off as just like a Halloween costume, but they all give their own little wink to each other, like the Black Eye Club. Trump was talking about that.
Right, he's like we told we offered him some makeup. He didn't want. He's in some way he just wants to be himself. I mean, he did bring attention to it, to the black eye.
Werner von Braun, he was a Nazi scientist, and he wrote a book. It was called Project Mars. It was published in 1953, and the main character was called Elon, and he brought like civilization to Mars. So it's just a weird coincidence, and I don't really believe in coincidences, because there's always people behind the scenes pulling strings. And then Barron Trump, you had that picture up with Barron and Elon. Barron Trump was also, there's a book written about him called like Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey or something, written by Ingersoll Lockwood.
What is
it
that?
was in like 1893, and talks about Barron
Someone
Trump
called my
and
show about that. I remember. Yeah, they were
Someone
saying
called
that
it about
someone. They were saying that someone wrote a book about Barron Trump, but this is like time travel.
Yeah, so it's a little freaky.
Right. This is like supernatural freaky stuff. Not too, but anyways.
Yeah, you don't know if it's maybe like, sometimes it seems like there's I don't know if there's different theories, but like different entities they stay into the elites, and that's why they do all their rituals. And
So you don't trust Musk, essentially.
They're like demon possessed. Excuse me?
So you don't trust Musk, to put it simply. I mean, you said a lot more than
trust
you
Musk.
put it. I guess you said a lot more than
you
demon possessed. You said a lot more.
Well,
But
he wants to put implants in humanity's brain, and then
you don't want to control computers with your mind? Let's go, bro.
They're gonna control us.
Nothing. That can't go wrong. Come on, it's gonna be sick.
They're gonna get the idiot soy boy Bugman to believe they're gonna be like Marvel heroes with Elon's technology, but it's just gonna be another form of enslavement,
Okay,
They'll
this
hack our
is
brains.
straight up Wikipedia. This is actually just Wikipedia. You did say something interesting. To get the accuracy on the info here, on this general info show at times in comedy. This is straight up Wikipedia. Joshua Haldeman, Elon Musk's now this is we are going to correct you here, sir. Elon Musk's grandfather wasn't officially expelled or deported from Canada. Okay, calm down. But his political activities and controversial views led to significant legal and social consequences. In the 1930s and 40s, Haldeman was a prominent figure in the Canada's technocracy movement, which advocated for governance by technical experts rather than elected officials. During World War II, the Canadian government banned this technocracy incorporated, labeling it subversive. I mean, it's subversive on its face. It says they're saying what they want to subvert the government for technical experts. And then in 1940, he was arrested and fined for distributing materials deemed likely to cause disaffection toward the monarchy. Can you blame them? If I was the monarchy, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, fuck gay boy Elon. I mean, sorry about the language.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah, so now you kind of see the connection with why they're pushing for Canada to be the 51st state. And then Elon throwing up the Romans, kind of giving a wink maybe to Werner von Braun that wrote about him in his book.
You think so? That far? I wouldn't. You think it's that like that?
All the world's a stage.
It's more like
it could be. It could just be random. His autism or whatever. If that's even. If he's he's definitely. He's definitely a freak. He's a weirdo.
But I put it like more. What's more likely in my mind, like if we can delve into speculation a bit. So, by the way, for the ones who need more fanfare, this is I'm entering speculation. So for those who need who aren't paying attention, but what's more makes sense in my mind is like. But if I could just finish the comment, what's more obvious in my I think more likely in my mind is just factions. Okay, the factions want what they want, and they disagreed. And the priorities, they disagreed. Trump wants what he wants, and whatever I don't know what the faction is. I don't think it's just Musk, but they disagreed. I don't know why. I don't know how this came down, but it came out of nowhere. I don't know what the decision was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's definitely factions. Like it's like a spider web. It's not one single group, but there is a head of the snake. And it's basically like the banking cartel, which I think all the adults can kind of know what it is. You can't really say it.
No, I'm actually
you can say it without saying it.
No, actually, I'm not familiar, and I'm not. I just in the spirit of being clear, you can whatever you're implying or whatever. I'm sincerely not, and I'm not asking you to be clear on it.
The small hat, the
okay.
boys.
If that's how you want to put it, yeah, you've.
But yeah, there's many players in the game though. Like, there's many players in the game. Like,
understood.
But they win with blackmail. Like even Trump, his mentor was Roy Cohn. You can look that guy up. Roy Cohn. So
you said Trump is this guy or whatever. You're saying he's. Wait, what are you saying? Don't spell things out, man. Don't do things like that. Because now you're making me think you're not. I thought you were a normal guy talking to me like a friend.
Normal guy.
Now you're trying to push stuff. No, appreciate your call, Elijah.
I'm not.
I appreciate your call, man. I understand. I'm not saying you're lying or anything, but I appreciate your call.
No.
Call me again, sir.
Okay.
No problem, man. Nothing personal, but just watch the promoting. Nothing personal, sir. But anyways, call me again some other time. We got to get to somebody else. Aaron, how you doing, sir? Appreciate your call.
Yo.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Nice.
Don't spell things because it makes me nervous.
I won't spell it. How you doing, man?
A, B, C. Hey, shut this guy down. So don't say your ABC. All is well, Aaron. What's on your mind?
I'm chilling, man. I wanted to know, do you make music or get involved with music at all? I want to do music with you.
Man,
I like
yeah.
rap battle you or something next
Rap
time.
battle? I haven't rapped in a
Something.
long time, but I remember messing around with the cipher with friends, and we'd get together. I did that a little. I can
Yeah. What
I
do
can
do? Do I got to call in on Friday?
I don't know. To just cipher?
Let's
I don't
do it.
know. We might
Let's do
we might have to make
anything,
a
cipher.
we might have to make a
Yeah.
voice chat for that, a Discord voice chat for that. Jamming
Let's
over the internet
do
is a
it.
little
Oh my
difficult.
God. Yeah,
I think
because
a
you need to have
cipher
a
is possible.
synchronized beat.
Exactly. Latency is
Yeah,
your major issue, but I mean, my Anchor Baby
Yeah.
intro, I made that for American Anchor Baby. That
Yeah.
song.
Oh, I could tell. That was you written all over. It was beautiful. It's amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're handling demons a lot better, man.
You think so? Right on.
With it over 1 week, it was amazing. You know, last time I noticed what the difference is between last time and this time. You were distracted. You were playing a video game,
Mm-hmm.
so you couldn't catch it
remember.
ahead of time. You were just in the twister, bro, in the tornado.
I really was.
That was awesome.
That's funny, man.
Man.
I was just.
Are you?
Yeah, that was. I remember.
Because the trick is that people think demons are like obviously stand out. You're like, oh wow, there it is, this big monster. No, they just live and walk each day like everybody else, and they're actually probably more articulate than most people. They probably are way better with sounding like they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Sort of. I mean, to me, a demon it can be anybody.
Absolutely. But I was saying more. Somebody had a term that usually associated with. I don't want to say a politician's name, but word
No,
salad.
if it's a
You ever heard that?
politician, it's fine. It's like
yeah.
I just get nervous because I thinking, people call me because they're like, hey, I want to talk to Nick, but sometimes I realize people call me because they actually want to say, I want the audience to check this person out. Talking to Nick is secondary, and I'm a jealous god, so and
Yeah.
I get jealous
Absolutely.
and it bothers me, and maybe I'm overreacting, but But
that's
anyways,
cool.
if it's a politician, someone in the news, like we could totally be chill about it. It's just
Yeah, it's Kamala. They usually associate it with Kamala Harris. They say she does word salad.
Uh-huh,
And usually if you're not, because it does feel painful to pay attention to everything somebody's saying. But when you do pay attention, it can even get frustrating because you start to see that like we're not even talking about the same thing anymore. You're just going anywhere. You're going anywhere you want to go, and the topic has left. We have left the topic like 5 sentences ago.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
When talking about something, it's maybe best to be clear. You could get really lost in the weeds, and it's just two people saying what they want to say as opposed to people talking, hearing each
Yeah.
other.
Basically, yeah. And that's it. That's all I really wanted to say. I hope we can do music soon, man. Should I email you or something? Or
Totally. I mean,
Discord
there
like
actually is actually a thing. There's some sort of plugin or something. They are creating things for online jam session. But
Yes.
I play
Yeah,
piano,
oh my-
guitar. I kind of mess around with those.
Oh yeah, I remember JLP was saying. And there's also, it's not just, there's so many other people in the Discord that are actually musically talented.
Yeah, I
So
got
that would
really
be
talented people in the Discord.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, that's it, man. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. Hope you enjoy the
Big
rest of
time. Thanks, Aaron. Carry
All right.
on.
it. No problem.
Amazing. Nit overreacts sometimes. You might be right, Taylor. I'm a jealous god, okay? It's like and it's like policy too. I learned from my call him a mentor. I don't know what I mean by that. I mean that in the radio professional sense. Like Jesse Lee Peterson, he's been in radio for a long time. A lot of what I do is in many ways is actively and just merely instinctually an homage and a call to radio and what Jesse has taught me. And that's just a good policy. Imagine that's only something streamers today would do. Have any Tom, Dick, Harry, whatever, call their show and promote any organization, any book, literally just anything, and have no say over it. Which I guess I can understand. I mean, whatever, streamers, they wouldn't even think about these things. But imagine a more respected show. Who am I to be respected? Right? I'm not asking for your respect, but it's I'm talking about behavior and how you operate. That's just what. Obviously, they wouldn't get that, younger guys like streamers, etc. But it's a matter of respect and policy on how you run a show. And now I'm not even talking about anybody. Who I forget his name. Whoever called me, Eric or whatever. You could call me back. I'm not even talking about you. But just in general, for those wondering why can't you promote stuff on the show? Maybe you're unfamiliar, but this comes from maybe radio, and so it's a policy, and I like it. Not only is it a policy bond and the radio shows, but I like it too. It makes sense. So I'm doing my best handling that. Put it like that. I bet you those radio shows had we do have a call screener when I'm in American Anchor Baby, but yeah, I'm sure they had a whole system to deal with that kind of stuff. But you get the whole thing here on the Bond Network. You get it all. You get us the technical issue. You get it's real. Welcome to the real network. We got somebody who's on the line here, I believe from California, on the air. I believe you're on the air. Is this Mark? Mark, can you hear me? Wait. Hey, Mark, can you hear me? Am I coming in?
Hello?
How you doing, Mark? You're on the air.
Oh, okay. How much longer do you have on this show today?
I'm gonna be live for we'll see. I mean, I gotta check something. We'll see. I might be on for 30 minutes or 10 minutes.
Oh, good. Well, I had a couple things on the Musk-Trump debacle. I love both of them. I prefer Trump. I know that Elon's criticisms are because of one of them is the big, beautiful bill.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't cut far enough. And I can understand that complaint on Elon's part, but to get this thing through so we could finance border security, deportations, and all the other things that I've heard are in the big, beautiful bill, even if it does raise the debt ceiling, which I'm opposed to, I would vote for it as it is because of the time factor. We don't know if they're going to try to take over the Congress next year in the elections. If we don't get done Trump's MAGA agenda as soon as possible, it may never happen. So I like Elon. I know he's trying his best. I liked what he did with Doge, and I loved him when he gave the salute. That was it. I said, that's my man. When he gave that so-called Nazi salute, that made me love him. And you know why? Because all the people that hate whites despise that arms salute. And I hate them as much as they hate me. So God bless you, Elon. I just hope that Trump and Elon are able to work things out. So that's my take on the Elon Trump controversy. Now,
if I may on your comments, I generally agree. But you brought up something that's interesting here. Do you find anything in whatever mental model or heuristic you have for Elon? I mean, consider for a moment that that salute made you like him. And I'm not saying that I didn't like it, but put it like this: what went wrong in your heuristic, right? Because he's clearly not. Well, I don't know if it's clear yet, but put it like this: it was always kind of suspect, right? He's always been a liberal. Trump questioned it from the beginning. He's like, I don't even know if he's a Republican, he'd say. And so on that model, if I may nitpick, how'd you miss it? All it took was a salute?
Well, I mean, it's what you want it to be. Okay, he denies that it is. I think it was, and I love him for it. I can understand why he would say it's not what people are saying. It's understandable why he has to say that. You have to remember, he's a white South African. He saw our race get almost completely wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know there's still a lot of white farmers, but there's been something like 1,400 murdered by these savages. And he's a witness to that. What's going on. He sided with Trump. He financed Trump's campaign. And by the majority of liberals and Democrats out there, Trump is a racist. And so with that...
Do you think it's about the beautiful bill on its face, or it's deeper than what's being said?
You mean
the dispute being about his disagreement over the bill? You think it's really about that? Do you venture to speculate further?
Well, there's something about that's been said about the EV what do they call it, subsidies that Trump wants to cut out from his, basically it would affect his Tesla company if Trump cut those subsidies. Now, I don't know if that's the problem Elon's having. I've heard that he denied that. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going around. But I think the crux of their disagreement is the big, beautiful bill. Probably, unless there's something we don't know.
Fair enough.
But it's a shame to see this happen. They're two good white men. They're trying to save this country. And to have this dispute really, really sucks. And if I may, to go to the next
Go ahead,
real
thanks.
quick. The return of some blacks back to Africa, some of them have wanted to go back because they claim, the racism over here, these false claims of racism. Well, nearly every one of them that have repatriated back to Africa have come back to the U.S. And one of your competitors actually showed some of them talking on, I don't know if it's X or wherever they talk on, and they were saying how bad it is in Africa. No matter where you go, you can't trust the people, you can't trust the cops, you can't trust the food. So,
right.
The fact that they have never known a civilization in world history, and they would, come here and complain about how bad they've got it here, and then attempt to go back, which I give them credit for the attempt. But then when they go back and they see they can't make it, they want to come back here. So this business of racism being a problem for the black race is a lie. It's a lie that they're using as a wedge. I don't know if you call it a wedge issue or a battering ram against whites.
Absolutely.
They want to keep this slavery, segregation issue alive forever, and racism, that's their favorite word because they could win lawsuits with it. And I think it's getting worse, Nick. I really do. I watch these police things on the internet. These black women are out of control, man. When the cops try to arrest them, and they're teaching their kids to hate whites. They're stealing. They're going into the stores with their children and stealing in front of their kids. And, I mean, what future can there be with that kind of situation? It's like, I don't know, I've said it before, it's like we've got a tiger by the tail. We can't hold on, and we can't let go. They'll probably, and this is just my opinion, eventually end democracy in America, end our constitutional republic. That's why I told one of Hake's guests last week that we need an authoritarian-style government until we clean stuff up. And I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked to Hake. Do you think, or would you like to see a Trump dictatorship where he could just get his laws through, enforce MAGA, and not be hindered by a bunch of communist judges? Wouldn't you rather see Trump as a dictator so that we could bring America back to where it was. And I know
I've
your
said-
status about anchor, so I'm not even thinking about it. Go ahead.
You
Sorry.
said you know my status as what?
Well, you call yourself anchor baby.
Yeah.
And he's trying to change the law on that.
Oh, yeah,
and I
no.
hope he does.
I agree.
Personal, but
I've been saying that to change the birthright law, and I'm telling
Right.
anchor babies to chill out, because if you don't chill out when we're on the trains out of here, I'm going to be telling you I told you.
right. Oh, so you would voluntarily leave?
Well, we would get in that hypothetical. We're getting kicked out because of all the insolence of the anchor
Well,
babies.
you do have there is a program. I'm not calling you this. I'm just telling you what the program is, where the government will give an illegal alien a free ticket to wherever he wants to go with $1,000.
Oh, I heard about that.
Incentive to run them all down. But I know that you're not. The status of you right now is legal because anchor
Right.
babies are legal. Okay,
Correct.
but
No,
you
but
do
I say
support Trump's
absolutely,
change that.
birthright citizenship has to change. It's an absolute scam.
Okay, so again, let me go back to my question. Do you believe Trump should be an
Oh, yeah.
authoritarian at least for a couple
Here's
of
where,
years?
sincerely, I mean, I've said stuff like that on my show. Like, yeah, I want to, but everybody knows that I'm being. Everybody also knows that I started entering like an ignorance there, because that's not like I know what that even means. So in many ways, people say Trump is a dictator right now, and I see him as someone who.
No way.
Of course not.
No way.
But they'll
Well,
say
they're
that
bringing
about
that
him.
guy back.
What I'm getting at is that there does seem to be an authority, at least some form of authoritarian in him that he sees, and in a positive way. Because look at the judges, look at the things that are in the way. This very democracy is in the way of fixing America. This so-called democracy.
Well,
but I don't know
these
exactly.
judges-
I'm not making any claims on what I really don't know what that means. Like, yes,
Well, I don't know
so
if
I'm
you
not
heard
going
it
to
or
sit
not,
here on my
Dick.
show and say I want Trump to be a dictator in any official way, because I really don't know. But I can
Well, let me
understand some of
tell
what
you,
you're saying.
They brought Abrego Garcia back. You know, that little roach.
They
that
did?
Was in, yeah, he's back on U.S. territory. He's in custody.
Kilmar
and the
Garcia,
hope
they
is
brought him back.
Yep.
Wow.
I just saw it on the news. Yeah, well, he's not free. I mean, you know,
Well,
hopefully
who
he's
brought
going
him
to
back?
be reported. But it was
No
because
way.
this crazy judge, this communist judge, Brosberg, kept making it an issue. They should have ignored him. And if they would have ignored him, they would have called him
They
a dictator.
should.
But Trump is not
They
in
should
any way,
ignore
shape,
that.
or form at this time an authoritarian or a dictator. I think he should be, and that's what
He
me
should.
and Krishan
He should
Don
ignore it. See,
disagreed
but that
with.
wouldn't necessarily be a dictator, because if you were to ignore that, this is what I'm getting at. And before I say any official statement on he should be a dictator, consider this relationship right here. Should he have denied those judges, then what would happen? This would then the Constitution and the law might operate as it should, because it's not up to the Supreme Court in the first place. It's not up to the judges in the first place. So what should Trump do? He should deny them and do what he thinks he should do anyways, and then allow Congress or whatever to attempt to impeach him and sue him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen. But it's still, you wouldn't be entering any dictator thing, even though they'll call him that. It would just be the
Well,
right
that's
thing.
right. But the thing is that you have to remember, the courts, and right now in America, we're under judicial tyranny. These courts have no standing in most of the decisions they've been ruling on in regards to Trump, like the Alien Enemies Act. He did it right. Everything he did was constitutional, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But the courts overruled what he did illegally. They may try to overrule him on this ban, you know, of these, well, I don't know how many, a certain number of countries. He just did this yesterday, a travel ban. Well, that's already been settled in the Supreme Court in 2018. But that's not to say these communists aren't going to try to stop him again, you know, with another court ruling, even though it's already been decided. I wanted to tell you the courts have no army or to enforce their rulings. They have marshals.
Right.
And the marshals are under the Secret Service, who are under Trump. So what I'm getting at is they can holler and scream all they want. They can't stop Trump, the executive, from doing what he wants.
Exactly.
There's no mechanism for them to do it. Now, the commies...
He already has a check on him. It would be Congress. So he could just deny them, do what he thinks he should, and then Congress should come. I don't want that to happen, but that's what... It wouldn't be a dictator. He would just be he would be just being a president, and then Congress can come in and say, "Hey, I disagree with what you're doing. We're gonna impeach you or whatever." But
well, the real bad guy in all this, Nick, is Judge Roberts. You know, the Supreme Court justice, the head of the court. He could stop all these TROs, these temporary restraining orders. He can do away with them in a heartbeat. But he's a Bush appointee. He hates Trump, and he doesn't care if the MAGA agenda is stalled in the courts. In fact, I think he loves to see this. I know they've given Trump a couple of bones. You know, they allowed him to take away the temporary protective status of about 500,000 illegals, which is a good step in the right direction. But they also ruled against him on the Alien Enemies Act. So that was a bad ruling. We just can't trust the courts. We didn't elect the courts. So
Understood.
I would use the term dictator, and I would love to see Trump straighten this country out because, you know, we really don't have much time left. I told Hake the other day, the white race is at a crossroads. You know, we're being the kids are being indoctrinated. You can't trust the FBI. You can't trust the media. You can't trust big media, social, outlets like Facebook and Google. They'll lie to set a left-wing agenda. And when leftists go to do quote-unquote research, they get their information from fellow leftists. And then they'll come on the Hake Show and say, well, no. For example, I'll just give you a quick example. Arnold Toynbee, the greatest historian who ever lived, has clearly stated blacks have never created a single civilization in the history of the world. But you could go and research with leftists, oh, no, Toynbee wasn't the greatest, although he was. They'll lie and denounce the man and then tell you, oh, no, blacks created a civilization here or there. It's all lies. The whole hoax of racial equality is a lie, a provable lie. And yet we can't say it without, if you're a YouTuber, you're going to get banned. If you're a citizen, they're going to call you a racist and a Nazi, which I don't care, but it's the truth. And the truth
Loud
is
and clear,
racist.
Mark.
And racism saves lives, Nick. You got to remember that. Race, and I think you know what I mean by that statement.
Well, I think
Do you
I know what you mean.
mean?
Just because what people call racist is usually not hateful. You're just looking at a pattern, or you're just looking at you're just watching, for example, avoiding an area that is an immigrant area, a black area. That would be
Right.
racist, but you're just don't want to
Exactly.
get robbed. So, like, I
Well,
know what you're
okay.
getting at, and you've made your point, Mark,
Okay,
because
let me
of
say
time.
this about this is the last thing. My definition of racism is pride in your race and making an effort to preserve your race. To me, that is the definition of racism, not blind hatred. So that definition, I think, has to be explained and put out there because they're using it as a weapon to instill white guilt in our race. And, those terms of, well, first of all, I don't care if somebody calls me a racist. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I
Because
think
I'm
we
white.
could tell. Yeah, I think we knew that about you, Mark.
Well, no, I know, but a lot of people won't outright admit it.
Right.
Now, Khrushchev admitted it, but he's half black, so how can he be a white racist? I hope he's listening. I just want to...
Oh, I don't know what that was. I kind of missed what you said. I don't even know what... Don't bring up Khrushchev. Let's just move on from that.
Oh, you don't want me to bring him up? Okay, I won't bring him up. But
I just don't even know what you're talking
people that are half-breeds can't be racist. If you're a half-breed, you're kind of on your own. So...
about. Right, that's why
Did you have a question?
That's why I tell people don't let me in the government. Don't let anchor babies in the government, because I still have like a globalist bend to me. Like I always try and see everybody's side.
But one
Hey,
thing to think
Mark,
about, Nick...
Wait, what?
Oh, I was just going to say, and I'll let you go.
Okay.
By today's standards, every one of the founding fathers would have been considered a white supremacist. So it's not un-American to be a racist. It's not un-American to be a white supremacist. I just wanted to put that out there, Nick.
Thanks for your call, Mark.
If that's all it's give me, I appreciate it.
Call me again.
Thank you, sir.
Oops. Have a good weekend, Mark. Yeah, you know what's the most sinister? You know what's truly the most sinister thing about it all here, folks? Not to be. Anyways, I don't feel black-pilled. If you knew this truth, then you would just. You would, instead of freaking out. I mean, you could freak out, but if you just knew this, you would just drop all previous assumptions and titles. Oh, I'm a Christian. Oh, I'm a American. Not saying here's what I mean, folks. Here's what I mean. Because the world wants you to, for example, nations will have you fighting a war there's men in the government will have you fighting a war for them these days. And it'll be for ego, for wealth, for power. People, the world wants you working, different organizations and political affiliations, and they all want you working hard and living for something. You understand? Living and working hard for something. And that's not to say that you should give up on society, but in a sense I am saying that. Now, what does that mean? Oh, I'm just not going to work and I'm not going to feed myself. No, you would still do those things. And isn't that society? You would be doing the best as you can. But instead of living for all right, put it like this, someone who believes the lie, thinks they have all sorts of time. I don't know, how do I put this? I'm not black-pilled about what I'm about to say about society, because here's the most sinister thing about what Mark is talking about what's coming, the incoming future. And again, not black-pilled. If you knew the truth, you would just save your money. You wouldn't believe some story in your mind like, I don't know how to put this, folks. It's going to sound terrible for those who are emotional, that America is coming back, that because you voted for Trump, we saved America. No, it's an ongoing thing. Okay, we're still in it. But you would sit there just happy, not saving up, not learning skills, or for what? For what? What am I getting at? You've heard it before. South Africa's in America. South Africa's coming, or it's already here. When people think about that, I don't know if people realize, and I guess I understand why, because I thought this too, that a so-called collapse, a so-called societal collapse, it happens. There's a moment. There's like a moment it happens. Oh, it collapsed. And now you got to fend for yourself, and it's tribes, or I don't know what. Maybe movies did this. But if you look at the world, there's no such thing. And I saw this written somewhere recently, but it encapsulates everything I'm trying to say. Look at South Africa. Hey, Zit, by the way, I see you in the One at a Time channel. It's one call a day, sir. Leave the channel open for somebody else who wants to call in. But consider for a moment, they say South Africa's coming. South Africa's still happening. Like, there was no collapse of South Africa. Hey, Zit. Hey, Zit, it's one call a day, sir.
Well, should I go?
Stay on the line. Hold on. Let me finish what I was saying. South Africa has not collapsed in that sense, right? It just keeps going. Hell just keeps going. It just endlessly keeps going, and things just slowly get worse. And you look around, and you're paying $18. Now you look around, and suddenly you're paying $20 for a Big Mac. It's $20 everywhere. It's $40 everywhere for lunch. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was no moment. It's just slow. It's just an endless slow hell, and that's terrible. Look at South Africa. You're like, oh wow, I don't want that to happen here. Wow, Let's work hard so that it doesn't it's happening. It's happening. You're in the middle of it. Okay? But anyways, we like Zit. What do you want to say, Zit? You have something on your mind?
I am so disappointed in Mark tying his boat to Elon. And
okay, go ahead.
yeah, and Mark, if you want to talk about it, I want to know, why do you hate law enforcement so much? Because you are jumping to conclusions and you have no evidence to support anything that you say.
Zit,
And
I think you may have
yeah.
misunderstood, though, if I may jump in here, man, and only also because he's not here to make this clear. I don't think he was tying his boat to Elon. You may have misunderstood him, Zit.
What did he say whenever he said that
He's just saying that he liked him, but
they were
he's-
fighting over the bill?
he's saying that he liked Elon, but he supports Trump, and it's a shame that this happened, but he supports Trump.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
well,
Zit,
then,
I have to get this
I was
working
one at
so
a
that you
time,
could be able
one
to
at a
call
time.
people.
I had to come back.
No problem,
I had to
Zit.
come back, but I still want to know why he hates law enforcement.
Oh, that was another comment you made. Yeah, and you know what? You might have a point there. I don't know what you're getting at, so I'll let you finish your comment there. But I don't want you to go on too long because he's not here, right? But what did you
It's
say
just
about
you
law
and me,
enforcement?
or is it like what?
No, Mark's not here. But what was your comment on
It's
him?
just you and I.
Correct.
I'm just talking to you.
Yeah. What was it about law
Oh
enforcement?
yeah, he hates. Yes, he doesn't. There has to be circumstantial evidence to prove something in court of law. But Mark takes his feelings and, overreacts. So that is totally going to obstruct an investigation. If anything probable that you can find will be covered up just like that because of his big mouth.
Well, thanks, Zit. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
won't call a day. I let you get in there.
I gotta get on with Mark sometime, somewhere.
Totally. I'm gonna figure that out
Wow.
so that we can have people talk to each other.
Yeah, right on, man.
Thank you, Zip. Appreciate it. Alright. That's the calls. That's the super chats. That's the stuff. Thanks everybody for the support and all that. Let's see here.
Married and you was the best.
What up? Zit with a super chat says, going to space is a woman's job. Harmony Grits with a generous super chat says, Donald the Truth Trump. We had some Rumble rants, by the way. Base Nation earlier said, in Anchor Baby's laboratory lives the smartest boy you've ever seen. I appreciate that, Base Nation. Thanks for the support, as always, and the kind words. What can I say, folks? We did the topics. We did the stuff. Let's just kick it back a little bit here. Actually, can we play I want to play a match of FIFA. I got the hankering for some FIFA right now, actually. Just one little FIFA. Did I show you this, by the way? I was trying to show you this earlier. Check this out. Talking about everything we talked about.
British?
Earlier, too, when I was talking about D-Day and all that. Interesting clip here. Daily Mirror. Liberal outlet.
British cities are...
Liberal publication Daily Mirror warns that multiculturalism is likely to lead to civil war in France and the UK. These are the liberals. Liberal media is talking like this right now.
British cities are at risk of becoming feral and could descend into civil war within the next 5 years. David Betts, professor of war in the modern world at King's College, sent a chilling warning saying that Britain and France are countries most likely to experience outbreak of violent conflict due to socioeconomic issues, creating the risk of so-called feral cities. Adding that governments across the Western world are losing the ability to peacefully manage multicultural societies.
Whoa. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. You know, right. Been trying to tell y'all, right? Some of y'all been trying to say, loud these Mexicans and their soccer. Kevin, how'd you get a #1 crown? Someone's got to tell us. Someone's got to explain how the XP system works with this, because it's ridiculous. Well, I don't know if it's ridiculous that you have a #1 crown. That's not what I'm saying. But I just don't understand it. Okay? I just don't understand. Uno. Just Uno. We're playing Barcelona. I know a young guy comes to Bond, actually, and he's trying out, I believe, later today. In fact, I believe later today, shout out Z, is trying out for Barcelona, in fact, today. So good luck to him. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Woo! Oh, that was close.
Here's the lineup for Spain. Unai Simon plays in goal. Carvajal starts with Cucurella in the fullback positions. Rodri plays.
Oh, yeah. Easy peasy.
Of midfield, and the main striker today is Morata. He has time to play it over.
Bing! Oh! Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Oh, no! I gave that away. I gave it away. I gave it away. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bing! Oh!
Perfect challenge.
What's he doing? Get out of here. Psh. What? That was a foul? How did I foul him? How did I foul him? Ooh. Oh, buddy. Sorry, that did not work. Okay, that didn't work either. Give it back.
Well, a really good run. De Jong.
Ooh. Come on.
It's there for him. Brilliantly blocked.
No! I get wrecked.
So the ball rolling again. 2-0 the score. Dani Olmo. And And Barcelona finding space on the flank. What a genuine opportunity, but it was
Give me that. Give me that.
Barcelona free kick. It'll be here.
Here we go.
And the keeper taking care of the situation. That's a good-looking ball. Trying to open the
Offside.
Oh, he could finish.
Oh, it's not offside. Oh!
There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
I get destroyed here.
Is this going to be a thrashing? 3-0 now. Kunde. And support available. And threading it through. But in
No!
fact, he's taken up an offside position. Oh, that's frustrating. He just took too long.
Frustrating, man.
Nico Williams. Rodri. Is it going to be? He got a good palm on it.
Oh. Get him out of here.
And a tidy challenge. Could be dangerous.
Get him.
Has a go. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net. Alex Balde. Here's Rafinha. That's a good looking ball.
Bada bing. Here we go. Here we go. Darn.
Out of the woods yet. Looking for the right angle.
Woo-hoo.
Challenge to win it back. Could be threatening. Nice looking move. Well, quite simply, that is a wasted chance.
Come on, Lamiel. Come on.
Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. There's space for them here. Oh, fancy footwork.
Yes.
Great defending. Morata. Rodri. Oh, that's a fine save.
We're not in it. We're not close to in it.
This looks promising.
This hurts.
There is left of it to be desired. A free kick decision goes the way of Barcelona. Balde. And room to roam for Barca on the wing. Just waiting for the support to arrive.
Give me the corner.
Deflected behind. Corner forthcoming. And the short option preferred. Can he find the net? Oh, good save. And the referee has given the advantage to Barca. And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. It's there for him. And that's an excellent piece of defending to thwart him. And so it is. The first half.
That's the way she goes.
Here in the Spanish capital.
That's the way she goes.
Underway in the second half. And after such a lopsided first 45 minutes, is it possible to think they could turn this around?
Don't talk ish on me. Can we turn that announcer off?
Rafinha. Wonderfully weighted pass.
Woo! Woo! Come on, come on. Here we go. Yeah, buddy. That's one. That's one, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. It's not over yet, buddy. One more and then we're in it. And then once you're in it, then it's like, okay, anything can happen.
Beautiful pass.
Another beautiful pass. Another beautiful pass. Oh.
Like that, they don't have the ball anymore. Pedri. An unforced error,
B. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Oh, that was it. That was almost 2. That's offside. No! Whatever, bro. We're back out. I'm black pilled. No! Oh, buddy. Relentless. Lord.
Elects to go short. Promising position this. Oh, that's an expert piece of defending, just as it was looking threatening. Could be a chance to break here. There to win it back.
No! I suck.
Simply unstoppable today.
What? How could it be? All right, we're rage quitting. This guy's too good. What, we're just gonna just do another one? This guy's too good. Look, I'm Division 7, okay? Don't make fun of me. Okay, see, look. This means I'm good at the game, okay? Look, okay? That means I'm good. Okay, don't judge me. And all those L's, that's just lately. That's just lately. Okay, but I'm Division 7, okay? Don't okay? I'm Division, okay? Where's everything is fake? So I'm good. I swear. All right, Birdie Bound Brian, your turn. Pass the controller. L stands for lately, okay? Calm down. Psh. Whatever. You don't know anything. You know nothing. You know nothing. Okay? Uno mas. To enter our weekend fully, how about let's play one more? I mean, I'm pretty much done, folks. What can I say? We done did it. I kind of want to get back to the office, close up some stuff, do the things. Kind of get to work on the setup, actually. Kind of want to do that. So, hope you're enjoying your Friday, kicking it back a bit, okay? Uh-oh, we started.
I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined here on the gantry for commentary by Stuart Robson. And on this final day, there's much to play for. They know full well they could secure promotion. It's Real Madrid.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, Derek, cool heads will be needed today, but this will be tense and nervy at times. An early goal would certainly settle them down.
And here's the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Antonio Rudiger plays alongside.
Give me that.
In central defense.
Give me that.
Starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield, and the main
Oh, buddy.
is Kylian Mbappe. Oh, fine stop. And the Barcelona shape looks like this. Pedri starts alongside Frenkie de Jong in the center of midfield.
Oh, no.
And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack.
Yes. I'm smarter. I'm not smarter.
To dispossess your opponent.
I'm smarter. I'm not smarter.
What they're attempting, but it's just not coming off.
I'm smarter.
Untidy in possession there.
Oh.
Well, Vinicius Junior is the sort of player who wears his heart on his sleeve. We can tell that he enjoys playing this great game. What do you expect?
Oh. Send a little screamer.
Over it comes. Clearance wasn't decisive.
Kick it. All right. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Good tackle.
Amazing tackle. Terrible tackle. Darn. How did he do it? He couldn't do it. Oh, I gave it to him. Oh, I think God saved me there. I deserved a goal.
Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. He has teammates around him, and let's give credit to the defending.
Here we go.
Robert Lewandowski with an incisive pass.
What foul?
To stop a decent-looking attack. Mbappe.
Give me that.
And swiftly ending that attack. Mbappe. Making progress is Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe! My goodness, that save. Fully stretched he was. One for his own highlights reel. And it still could be dangerous.
Give me that.
Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Barca know it's a sector of the pitch devoid of defenders. Sends it back.
Bam! Oh, woo! That was it.
Delivering it. Well, the keeper won't be complaining about
Messi.
corner kick delivery. His ball all the way. An effective challenge. In position. Crucial piece of defending.
Give it to me. Oh.
Himself back onside.
Well, he needs to show greater awareness there and hold on to the ball a fraction longer.
Yeah, that last guy was way too good.
Barcelona winning the ball back.
No. Darn. 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 Yes.
And Bellingham.
Right into the keeper's hands. Jeez. What? Wow. Wow.
And as a play it goes, throw in coming up here. Running with the ball confidently.
What? At least I blocked it.
Out of play and a Real Madrid throw in coming up. Can they force
Corner.
this corner kick?
Relentless.
Well, just listen to these fans. They're urging their team to score here and take the lead.
Wow. Incredible goal. Incredible goal. Incredible goal.
Well, that could be it. It's just not happened for them today. They've been way below their
No. Wow. It fell apart. It fell apart, chat. 2 goals in quick succession. It's gone. It's falling apart. How? This is broken. How is he doing this? It's actually broken. That's actually crazy. That's crazy. It's all gone. How is that possible? I'm logging off. Tilted. All right, buddy. Really? Come on. Let's go. Goal, goal. Goal, goal.
Well, they get the ball rolling again. Barca's first half
Here we go.
struggles were there for all to see. Can they make a better
Dude, really? You gonna talk ish on me, announcer? Like, why do you have to say it like that? Seriously.
Well, that's the sign of a well-organized defense.
Give me that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes.
Well, he could really get at the opposition. Could be troublesome. Oh, big opportunity. Just can't get it past him. It's a short corner.
Oh, no, I lost it.
Cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity.
Stop.
Good work from Barcelona to
Wow. Give me that.
see what they're trying to do, but not a memorable passage of play. Brilliant piece of skill.
Bye-bye.
Going well.
Go.
Whistles out thanks to that piece of defending. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's through here.
What? I barely touched him. Red card? What? Replay that. I barely touched the guy. This is a travesty. This is an absolute travesty. A red card? You saw that. I barely touched the guy. This is, yeah, talk about no damage inflicted. Psh. No! I'm going to red card this guy now. It's over. Look, he's trying to red card me.
Danger averted thanks to his teammates. And the counter looks on here. Options available.
No. Red him. Red card.
And effectively parried away by the keeper.
No, I didn't, Albert. You're lying. You're lying on me. I merely tripped him. Illegally.
Well, those stats don't lie. It's been all Real Madrid so far, and it seems only a matter of time before they do get another.
Oh, see? Yeah, where's my red card?
Took a really smart piece of defense to stop.
Woo. He's trying to keep the ball away now. No fun. Where's my foul? Give it to me. Yeah. Give me the foul. Here we go. Watch this. You ready?
It didn't have the beating of the wall, unfortunately.
Down.
Read the situation defensively and did his job.
Get him out of here. Obviously.
Frankie de Jong. Counter-attacking chance. Well, unfortunately, it fizzled out in the end. Electing to shoot.
I'm never playing this game again. I'm never playing this game ever again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Barcelona have given us away. 15 minutes left for play. Doing well to keep possession. And the referee has given the advantage to Barca. And giving them too much space on the flank. Loves to cut in from the
If I get this, oh, never mind. Hold on. We can make our wishes later.
And Barca have it back. Well, Stuart, given the potential prize of promotion, they really know they need to act quickly here.
Well, the target couldn't have been clearer at the start of the day, could it? 3 points.
If I get one, Elon Musk deports. No, wait, no. Not that.
They need to get more balls into the box and cause some problems for that back line.
Long way out. Oh, commanding goalkeeping.
No, I'm playing against real people, Birdie. I'm not playing. If I was playing the. Oh, I'm looking at chat. No, I'm playing. I'm playing seasons, Birdie Brown Brian. If I was playing the. The bots, that'd be easy. This is like Division 7 onlines. If I played bots, that'd be you. After a certain point, you can literally beat the bot no matter what. I know I blame Chad on that one. That was your fault, Chad. That was literally your fault. That one was your fault. That one was not me. Number 5 was you guys. Number 5 was you guys. Just saying. That's just a fact. Yes! Here it is, baby! Trump's gonna save America! No!
Well, you're absolutely right. That's how to counter-attack. It really was a great move.
Real might threaten on the flank.
Get him out of here.
The final whistle then. Arrived today with grand design.
How old do you think my opponent was? 7 years old? All right, y'all. That's a perfect way to begin our weekend, huh? 2020 all over again? Stop it. Cancel those words in the name of Jesus. Carver, I'm going to need you to type that. I cancel those words in the name of Jesus Christ. We're not going to end the stream until you do. We'll wait patiently. We will be waiting. Carver. We'll wait. Just type them out. I cancel those words. Go ahead. I'm sure there's a delay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt here. It's easy. Come on. You can begin. I cancel. Yeah, I'll help you. I cancel those Huh? All right, we'll come back to you. All right, y'all. What can I say? We got to go. Thank you, Carver. All right, y'all. We got to go. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. See you Sunday. See you Monday. Thank you. I understand, Carver. All right, take care, folks. Enjoy your weekend. See you Sunday. Rebuildingtheman.com/church. See you Monday and all that.